We are always influenced by our emotions. Whether you're worried or scared or happy or anxious, those feelings and emotions are very likely to influence your mood and your decisions and your relationships and everything else in your life. And so, your ability to understand and master those emotions highlights and creates a foundation for you to be able to function in. And today, I want to talk about emotional maturity. How can we enhance that? Emotional maturity refers to somebody who has a deeper understanding of their emotions, who has that acute awareness of who they are and how they respond in certain situations. Because that's what makes a massive difference between someone who is resilient and someone who struggles and cripples underneath those emotions. When you are emotionally mature, it means that you understand how you respond to difficult situations. Emotional maturity refers to a deep sense of self awareness in relation to your emotions, that understanding of who you are and how you respond to specific situations. Sometimes we get stuck on the emotion and not where it is coming from, why it is being elevated, and how we can manage those things. Those are the hallmarks of an emotionally resilient and mature person. And when you have that awareness of self enough to be able to influence those emotions, you're more likely to be in control of your own life. Because emotions guide us, they push us, they influence and lead us into positive, negative, and aggressive tendencies if we are not able to understand and master those emotions. And the very first thing that you have to be able to do consistently to see yourself as emotionally mature is being able to embrace your emotions long enough to understand and resolve them. Generally, emotions speak a language to us of something about us, within us, or around us. Your ability to integrate those emotions, to understand where they are coming from, why they are emerging now in your life, is the only way you can do something about it. Sadly, sometimes we are crippled by those emotions. We run, we hide, we're scared, we're crippled, and we lose those signs, those road signs that the emotions are trying to guide us towards. An emotionally mature person has taught themselves beforehand that pain is not permanent, that pain is actually bearable. Because sometimes you put yourself through those painful situations willingly. Sometimes people intentionally put themselves through painful activities like waxing and acupuncture and other activities that exert pain onto you that we happily accept. So when you push your tolerance for pain, you enhance your level of coping, your level of resilience, and your ability to manage difficult and challenging life situations better. The second thing that will guide and help you to enhance your emotional maturity is being open minded. And open mindedness starts with yourself. You have to be open minded in your assessment of self, what you're capable of, where you're limited, and that understanding that none of those are permanent, that you can enhance those limitations and fail even in areas where you already excel. Being open minded means accepting all of you and what is yet to come. And when you are able to exercise that open minded attitude towards yourself, you can then extend it to other people, understanding their own flaws and limitations. And that will help you to not take everything personally, whether those things are coming from your own life or from externally. If you accept that things can change, that people can make mistakes, that you can make mistakes and learn and grow from them, then you will also understand that other people's actions do not define you. And finally, self-acceptance is a very strong tool of resilience and emotional maturity. Because when you know yourself and accept all aspects of yourself, nothing can diminish you. Not the person who is amazing around you or the person who is struggling around you. They are them and you are you. And the word you and me or them will never be the same. Each of those people is an individual. And the sooner we accept ourselves as different and unique, the sooner we stop taking things personally. We stop competing. We stop responding and trying to pay back or feed back to things that have been said to us by people who see life differently than we see it, who feel about us and themselves differently than what we feel for ourselves and for them. So self-acceptance doesn't only work in making you embrace all the aspects of you, but it also helps you to embrace all the aspects of other people, those that align with you and those that contradict with what you think and feel about yourself. When you are self-accepting, you don't see the need to argue consistently with people's contradicting views around you or about you. You're able to state your own opinions without expecting everyone to feel it or to accept it or to align with those. When you are fully self-accepting, you're more tolerant with yourself. You accept the mistakes and you appreciate the successes and the strengths. You accept other people's mistakes and you don't take everything personally. You don't see the need to fight to make that opinion stand because you understand that your views are not necessarily theirs. Your view of yourself is not necessarily the way others see you. And people's opinions do not necessarily define you. Radical self-acceptance doesn't only work for you, but it also works in the way you see others. Because by accepting and embracing all aspects of yourself, you also do the same for others, and they are different. You acknowledge that you cannot be them, and neither can they be you. And yet, we all have to function within our individual spaces in the global space that we share. So, maturity starts from you and flows outwardly in the way you view life and you view others and you view others' opinions of you. But if you're not firm within yourself in that awareness and maturity and your emotional resilience, you will struggle in the other bigger aspects of your life.